Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Happy Wednesday.
It's Wednesday.
It's September.
You can tell how tired we are.
Never was a cloudy day.
How do we sound? Do we sound okay?
Did you turn down the music?
I turned down the music. Does the music sound okay? I've got the Discord open if any of the wizards want to join. They might turn up later, they might not, we'll see. And I'm doodling today.
And that's it, really. That's all there is to say. So thanks for joining us. We'll see you.
See you next time. Goodbye.
Bye.
We joke.
Sounding good, says Solana C, which is nice. Oh my god, I've never caught a live before, says Grimright. Welcome
to the internet.
Look at this distinguished stream. Look at the way it's going.
Wait until it inevitably goes wrong.
Kat's also here. She's sitting in her bed.
I was so confused. I was like, who? And then I realised you said cat. And I was like, oh, I thought you said Cass. I was like, who's Cass?
No.
Is this a new friend we've made and I forgot?
Nope. We don't make new friends, Amy.
We just stick with the ones we have. Because we like them the most.
If you could do us a favor and maybe like retweet the thing that they tweeted.
Yeah.
Or
shout out all your friends that we're going live,
you know,
even if they don't know who we are.
Put something in the old Discord arena to say hello, we're going live. Anyway, chat, how's your day been? How's your week been? Seeing as it's Wednesday.
Jenny just got back from holiday.
Yes, today's my first day back at work.
How are you finding it?
You know.
Or you know.
Or you know, gee. What did I do today? I updated content, which is what we call the Tumblr Asks Google Doc. So you'll be seeing questions being answered again.
Yeah, I did that on my break at work today.
Oh, I did. Yeah. I haven't done it in ages because Ollie says very generously that I was busy, but I was being lazy. I just didn't want to do it.
Fair enough. I mean, we got other stuff to do.
Yeah. You'd also be surprised. It takes a very long time.
Yeah, I can imagine.
It's a big job.
Yeah.
But anyway, your Tumblr questions are being answered now. Ignis got their second COVID shot, so that's
hell yeah.
excellent.
Well done.
Congratulations.
I hope you stay the cove.
What else did I do today? I set up a piece of tech that we were given to review.
Oh shit, I forgot about that.
And I had it working for about 15 minutes before I had to do something else. And those 15 minutes have drastically revolutionized my whole life.
Oh wow.
Yes. The ability to zoom and zoom out of the timeline on Final Cut without taking my both hands off of taking my hand off the mouse to fucking command plus or whatever is so good.
Neat.
It's just amazing.
Nice.
So you'll see a video for that thing coming up at some point. I need to email them and talk to them about what I'm going to do with the video.
I was at my retail job all day today. Which weirdly I enjoy. So odd.
Yeah.
Thought I'd never like retail, but
that is unusual.
But you know,
how long were you there? 10 till 5?
Yeah, 10 to 5. Wasn't super long.
Yeah, but it is. Let's have a look at the chat. Oh, Ray is dog sitting today
Ah.
with a giant golden retriever.
Oh my goodness, the best.
The best boys. I've seen a lot of dogs this weekend.
I bet. You went to a lot of dog-friendly places.
We did go to dog places. We went to Lyme Regis, which is a beach town in the southeast of England. It's like a holiday place, and my lord, there are a lot of dogs there. And then we went to see my parents, which not specifically like a dog place, but there were lots of dogs there too. And then we came back.
Nice. I almost said something really, really stupid.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I almost said to you how, like, because you said the south east of England, and I was like, so you know how there's like a West Sussex? Is there an East Sussex? Yes.
You were born there.
I was born there. That's where I'm originally from.
Yeah.
I just went a little bit west. What is wrong with me?
Yeah, I said East Sussex. I meant East Sussex. I said East.
Yeah, I was going to
Southeast,
say.
I meant
I was
southwest.
like, yeah, southwest.
Yeah. It's about 300 miles from here.
Dang, that's a lot of driving.
It is. I don't drive, so I don't have to do any of it.
Yeah, I must admit, I like being a passenger. I just fucking lean up against the window, I phase out, and I just daydream or fall asleep. It's a
Our
good
car
time.
doesn't have any aircon in it.
Grim.
And we always seem to manage to make these really long journeys on days where it's like 25 degrees.
Ugh.
Yeah. It's disgusting. Oh, look at Booby. She's asleep.
When is she not?
That's true. Oh, when I was eating breakfast this morning and she came and she sat with me.
Yes.
Watched me eat.
And then just sat there and the whole time just going, meh,
Yeah. Meh.
meh,
Meh.
I'm here too. Meh.
Meh. Jenny, I love the TV campaign so much. It was amazing. As soon as my players are ready after our current campaign, I'm going to play it with them.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, that sounds real good. Have fun. Let me know what you think of the module. Oh, and Ray got chosen for the ink plot giveaway.
Oh, hell yeah.
So Ray gets a PDF and a pack of cards, which are being
Nice.
shipped to her by Inkplot.
Congratulations.
Thank y'all for doing it. I guess real thanks actually goes to Inkplot for working with us on that. for asking us if we wanted to do that. You can, if you were not so lucky as to win a bunch of their cool stuff, then you can head over to their Kickstarter, which is in the description of the video that Matt did.
Yeah, yeah.
Worth having a look. I think you get quite a lot of stuff for not a lot of money, personally. Also, they're very nice people.
I have a question for everyone. It's something I've been thinking about doing for a very long time. As y'all know, I live and breathe Red Dead Redemption. It's all I ever do with my spare time. If I was to do a playthrough of the story mode, would y'all want to watch that? Would y'all be interested in seeing that? I want to know. Let me know. What do you want to do?
I would watch that.
Would you?
Mm-hmm.
I was playing it last night while I was on Discord with Katie and Jazz, and like, I've played it so much that I know what I need to do in every mission, and like, I don't really need to concentrate because I'm like, oh, I need to do this, this and this. But like, there was a point where we were having like a semi-serious conversation. We were like having like deep conversation, and halfway through I just started going like, and then everyone was like, what's happening? I was like, oh, I'm dying, don't mind me. Yeah. Would you like to accompany me on the Red Dead playthrough, or would you just like to watch?
If you started it again for the stream, how many times around would that be now? 5?
More than that. I've done it a fair few times. I've played it every single day since I brought it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, nearly every single day. I'll take like a month break, maybe once a year, since I've had it. And I've played it every single day since buying it.
More or less than 10 story mode?
Less than 10, but more than 5. I don't know exactly where.
That's impressive.
I just love it.
Yeah? I mean, clearly.
It's just a great game.
Chat seems to say yes, please,
Yay.
to that.
I will get on that.
So we'll make sure that happens. I've been playing Genshin.
You lot have really been enjoying that, haven't you?
Yeah. I'm impressed at how well it runs on my iPad, and also that it's free. You know? Like, it's... it feels kind of disingenuous to say it, but it's like Breath of the Wild. If you know, that's like a Nintendo flagship.
Yeah.
But it's free to play. I'll say that the writing is a bit dodgy. The writing's not really my speed. And quite often for me, the voice doesn't match the subtitle.
Right.
For whatever reason. But yeah, it's just impressive. It's the kind of game where, you know, when you've got a really packed open world, so you can just like run and do stuff.
Yeah.
You don't have to do
it's not
missions and
super
stuff.
linear.
Yeah. Always stuff to like work out, like little puzzles to do, and
I think that's why I've
fights and stuff.
Yeah, I think that's the same reason why I've like endlessly played Red Dead, because like you can do all the story, you can do all the missions, but there's still it's so open world that you can just explore it for hours and hours and hours, which I have done, and yeah, it's a great time.
I'm sorry if you can hear me eating. Amy's husband is Arthur Morgan.
Yeah,
is the man that she's obsessed with in Red Dead.
Yeah.
He's the main character.
Yeah. He's a good boy, and I love him. Although this time I'm playing a low honor playthrough.
Oh, really?
And it's really shocking, and I don't like it. I'm like, how can I do this to him? This is not who he is. Although it is, because he's an outlaw.
Do you know when you're like... I really want to play Dishonored, but I want to do it a low chaos.
Yeah.
And we're like, okay, cool. And then you sit down and you do the first mission, and then like just something goes slightly wrong and you just kill everybody and you're like,
it's so...
I'm just not going to do it low chaos.
It's so frustrating. It's so hard, and like having to reload every 5 seconds because somebody saw a millimeter of your skin and you're like, for fuck's sake. And I have to like reload, and I hate waiting on loading screens. Nah. I can do low chaos, but no, like high, like I can do low chaos with
high
visibility. Yeah. Being seen by everyone and everything, obviously, because I just run away from the danger. But I can do stealth high chaos, obviously, because that's easy. But, you know. Although, for the first time a few months back, last year sometime, I played it again, and I managed to do the Clockwork Mansion without notifying him where I was at all.
Oh, really?
And I was really impressed by that.
I think I don't have it, but I came very, very close, like 1 or 2 mistakes off of having Ghost, but Ollie does have it.
Oh my god.
For both games.
Oh, sickening. I could not.
Don't worry, Amy, says Philip JD. I am also a disaster on Dishonored. I remember once me and Matt sat down to watch you play. I don't really know what context that this was happening in.
I think we were just at one of our houses. We were at my house somewhere, and I just put it on because there was nothing else to do.
And I've never seen... You so quickly go from like just like super calm, like sitting upright like a normal person just playing the game, to button smashing, like fucking
panic.
Yeah, like full on panic.
I can't play games when people are watching me. It really, like, I feel too much pressure and I end up fucking up majorly. Like, if I'm like playing games on my own, I'm great. I don't have to worry about a single thing. But as soon as people watch me, I'm like, nah.
So streaming Red Dead, how's that gonna go?
Probably a bit better because I know the game so well.
Ray would like us to stream spooky games around Halloween. I don't know about streaming, but there's definitely some video chatter. Yeah. Well, you know, we must have spooky game streams planned. There will be spooky stuff in spooky and spoopy in October, but I'll have to get back to you on that.
See, I like playing really scary games. I don't like cute spooky games are like not really my thing. I like really like real like I don't know, like grim shit. I love that stuff. Puts me on edge. I enjoy it.
Good night to Ignis, who is being defeated by their vaccine. Yeah, hope you get over that quickly. And once again, good job on getting yourself the old vaccine.
Hell yeah.
I love a light spook, but not a jump scare, says Solanity.
Oh, I love jump scares. I love them.
I'm in the Weenies club of like Luigi's Mansion. Is okay, but The Last of Us is
not your thing. You can't
literally do it. My worst nightmare.
Yeah, you do not like zombies.
Yeah, the zombies are the worst, but also Dead Space and that kind of thing. I can't do that either.
Yeah, the thing about Last of Us is they're fast zombies.
There was, you know, when you got the game last winter, and you were like, Ollie, I need you to come stand in here whilst I do this bit. You had the bedroom door open, and obviously the living room door was open as well. Yeah. And so I could hear like the screaming zombie noises, and I was like sitting on the sofa, like I just tucked my legs up underneath me so that they couldn't get me. And I was like freaking out.
I love that, like, I got Ollie because the first time I had to get Ollie to just like stand in the room so I knew I was safe. Second time I made Ollie do it, and he hasn't like touched a PlayStation controller in forever. And like I'm just standing there screaming at him, and he's just very chill, very relaxed, just taking it easy, and I'm just like, ah! Fucking hell. There's so many bits where you're like, there's a part where you're squeezing through a tiny gap, and then one bursts out of the wall, and I literally just remember, like, I almost peed myself. It was so bad. I was like, oh god!
Yeah, no, I'm good. Zombies in caves are my two specific fears, so...
Try zombies in the underground.
Yeah. No, thank you.
Yeah, scary. Really scary. And it's, like, super dark and you can barely see anything. Horrible.
So I was super into Dead Space. Super into Dead Space. And... I remember... My first sort of experience of Dead Space was I was over at a friend's house, like there was like a barbecue or something, right. And a group of us were in his room, and he was like, "Oh, I'm gonna scare you. We're gonna watch me play this game, right?" And in the first sort of 10 minutes of that game, there's a jump scare that's just a bunch of steam,
right?
But because I was so ready to be afraid,
yeah,
it didn't get me.
Oh.
It fucking got him though, didn't it? So good. He was like, "Oh no, we shouldn't play this game." And I'm like, "Oh really? Oh really?
I wonder what it is."
But because Ollie's super into it, I have read, you know, like, I'm always interested in what the monsters look like.
Yeah.
You know, like I don't want to Google them so I can be like, "Ew," and then put the phone down.
I love the story of where, like, Ollie's playing Alien Isolation and you walk into the room to do something and, like, you see it on the TV.
Mm-hmm.
I love that. That's, like, my favourite thing in the world. Because I always had the impression that you played it together.
No.
And that's when I found out that you hate scary stuff.
I hate scary stuff.
And gory stuff as well. You don't do gore, do you?
I don't do gore. Gore is kind of different. Like, I don't find gore to be scary. I just find it deeply unpleasant.
Obviously,
like,
that's
I
fair.
mean, obviously, which I think is kind of the point, right?
Yeah.
But I don't find it fun. You know how, like, those horror movies you can get where they're like
a bit much.
Well, yeah, and that's the point of them, to be like throwing buckets of blood everywhere.
Like Saw. Yeah,
like that. I just don't find it to be fun. I just find it to be
unnecessary.
Yeah, it makes me angry. But so Ollie would always play, if he's going to play a horror game, I'll either not be in the room or he'll put headphones on and I'll do something else. And I mean, I don't know where we were living when I mean, we must have been in top floor when he was playing Alien Isolation.
I think you were, because we were at uni.
And it wasn't even the alien, it was one of the androids.
Yeah.
And I looked up to see him walk past it to a door that was like on fire or something, and he put the door out and it filled the corridor with steam or smoke, and and he turned around and the android was there. Right, and then it grabbed him.
Oh no,
because it had gotten so close. You know, like in the time it had taken him to get to the door, it had turned evil because it, you know, it wasn't already, and in silence the two of us jumped. And then I left the room. I was like, nah, I'm good.
I don't blame you. There's like a bit in Red Dead, there's like a gang, they're called the Night Folk. And my fucking god, they freak me out. And like I said, I played that game like 10,000 times at this point. Nope, they still spook me because they're silent. They're silent people and they chase you. Can't do it. I cannot be chased. I just hate it. As soon as something's chasing me, I'm done. Like, there's not an option to just lay down on the floor and give up in a video game. You just have to keep running. Like, in real life, I just sort of freeze. But, yeah.
I also don't particularly enjoy, like, it's a cornerstone of quite a lot of literature as well, where, for example, Seven Eves is like this, or the best example is The Walking Dead, where actually it's about the real threat to whatever the community or whatever isn't the zombie, it's other human beings.
Yeah, it's the people.
Yeah, and I don't find those storylines to be particularly rewarding. Because it's a lot of work. Like, it's a lot of emotional work, right? Because you know, it's tough, and ultimately what they're trying to get you to be like is why are you doing this, right? Like, they want to put you in the position of the quote unquote good guy, like the protagonist, of being like, if you weren't doing this, if you would just work with us instead of against us, then we could have this situation better than it is. Why are you doing this, right? And life is already like that. I don't see the appeal of like being like, oh, we'll take a scoop of that and then mix a bunch of zombies into it.
Grim.
Yeah. However, I don't necessarily mind those kinds of conflicts in fiction when it's not zombies. I just think, also, I don't know about you, but zombies is 100% done.
Yeah,
it's over.
Like, we get it.
Like, there was that period where it was like pirates versus ninjas, and then it was the zombie versus vampire period. Those things are done now. I don't want to talk about them anymore.
Yeah.
I was actually thinking about writing a bunch of short stories about people who were immortal, but like not super serious.
Right.
So the two ideas that I have are, well, one is based on what Matt would do if he was immortal, what his like little side project would be.
Yeah.
And it would be to see how big he could grow a lobster. Because like lobsters are apparently immortal.
Oh, right.
And if you let them go, they'll just get bigger and bigger and bigger.
Really?
Yeah.
Gross.
So I'm thinking like basically Matthew Kemp, but he's 3,000 years old and he has a huge lobster in a tank, and he's like, I'm immortal. I have to show you my secret. And you go into his basement and you're thinking, oh my god, he's like a vampire, he's gonna induct me into a cult or whatever. And he turns on the light and he's like, this is Mr. Snippers. And it's just a massive lobster.
Oh my god.
And he goes, ch-ch. And then the other one was like, if you actually are immortal, you have to be super careful about the stuff that you create, whether that's like a drawing you did or a letter that you wrote someone, right? Because if it ends up in a museum and you're also alive and walking around, somebody could be like, hey, did you write this letter? And then you'll be fucked.
Yeah.
I quite enjoy the idea of like a treasure hunter or someone finding a hoard, right, that is like a historical treasure trove, a bit like that massive bag of coins that they found somewhere in Hastings or something, which had like 60 Roman coins in it from across about 300 years of emperors.
Yeah.
Something similar to that, except it's just like all of your filthy porno that you wrote when you were like the immortal equivalent of a 14-year-old on Tumblr. Do you know? It's like all of your shitty fan fiction.
Yeah.
And it ends up in a museum and you gotta try and get it back.
I think you should do these. These would be great.
Or just like, you know, try and avoid your immortal friends going to the museum. Because then they'll see your shitty 14-year-old fan fiction.
I think you should write these. These would be great.
I'm going to. I think they're quite low down on the list. There's lots of other stuff to do. So definitely tell me. I'm also always curious as to what people would do if they were immortal. Like what their side projects would be.
Yeah. See, I'm not interested in being immortal. I am interested in being a time traveller and grabbing a Neolithic man by the shoulders and asking him why Stonehenge happened.
Have you seen the thing on Tumblr where the zombies are warded away by good smells? So they're just all buried in flowers and stuff. That's cool. That is cool. Those kind of like simplistic witchy ritual kind of stuff. That I really like that. Like the idea that magic is accessible and it's simple.
Yeah.
Just took a quick break from the microphone to look at the cat.
Cat.
Boopy.
Cat.
Nah, she don't care. She's asleep.
I met the cutest cat today. He was so sweet.
Did he try to eat your shoe?
He did try to eat my shoe.
Whilst it was on your foot?
Yeah. I had to cross the road because I needed to be on that side to get to a shop.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw this cat. And you know when you make like a little pss pss noise at the cat? And I did that and he was really, really up for some attention. And so I was like, oh, I can't say no. I've got to give him some scritches. So I was giving him some scratches and he was doing the thing where he was like rubbing all over my legs. He was like, oh, yeah,
No,
best
yeah.
time. And then he must have smelt Boo on my shoes because she shoves her face in my shoes all the
She
time.
does. She's a freak.
And he just started fucking wailing on my shoelaces and I was like, bro. As then I walked away because I was like, you know, I had to get to work. And as I was walking, he started following me. I was like, no. I was like, I love you, but you can't follow me.
Let's see. Okamoka would tend to a garden if they were immortal, which sounds a pretty good idea. You just have like a really... This is the thing though, if you're trying to keep your immortality a secret, which I kind of assume you would, otherwise you'd end up in some kind of like lab or whatever, at least up until like 20 years ago, right? You want to be somewhere where you've got human rights.
Yeah.
Before you start telling everybody that you're immortal.
Otherwise all the Bezoses will come after you.
You would have to move on, right? Fairly regularly. So I don't know if you could, unless you were super isolated.
Yeah.
Oh my god, Okamoka. Thank you for the 50 Orca bucks. Pss, 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 pss. That doesn't work on Boo. Pss, 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 pss.
You have to sort of go... That
Ooh,
works.
her ear wrinkled.
Yeah.
But the rest of her didn't. Nah, she ain't having it.
I don't think I could cope with being immortal.
No?
No. I like you lot too much.
Yeah, but like, what if you were in a group of people?
Oh, if you
who are
lot were immortal, oh yeah, I'd hang around forever.
I also don't think it's interesting. I also think it has been played out, and it isn't interesting to have the trope of I'm the only one.
Yeah.
Right. Everybody I've ever loved has died. It's not. I'm not really here to write.
Oh my
sad stuff.
Honestly, Jenny, if we all were immortal, we would never finish High Hopes.
No, we wouldn't.
No. We'd be alive for 10,000 years and then we'd still be like, our last game was like 8 years ago. No, like 80 years ago.
I think we probably... I think... Because like already I'm kind of like, I want to start again.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Are you eager to start again?
No, I'm not like eager to, but, you know, I think I would like to... we've come a long way in who we are as players and stuff since we started playing, and I think that you're all capable and capable of. And you've demonstrated it to me, like, of making and playing really interesting characters. And certainly my DMing has come on a long way. You know, I just want to do other stuff.
Yeah, we've been doing this a very long time now.
Yeah.
Like...
We are now sort of getting to, we're at a point where, like, we're marching the plot forward a lot more than we have been.
Yeah. See, I absolutely adore High Hopes, and obviously I love the story that we're doing, but I understand what you mean 100%.
And I think a part of having good stories is that they end.
Yeah.
You know?
100%. It would be something like, when we do eventually finish it, I would like to do sort of what Critical Role have done, like go back and visit it for one-shots and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like, I would 100% love to do, like, I don't know, when we finish High Hopes, in 30 years we're playing as our characters' kids or whatever,
Yeah.
like something like that. I would love to do that.
That
Or
would be
we
fun.
visit
Yeah.
that world as different characters,
Mhm.
you know? Like, I would absolutely love to do that.
This is a slightly tangential, but what I have actually really missed because of COVID is Critical Role live shows,
Yeah.
because the energy, right, like the Search for Grog one shot,
Yeah.
right,
Oh,
when
so good.
Travis gets up and he rips off his jumper, right, it's like 5 whole minutes of screaming.
Yeah.
It's so powerful.
It's so good.
Yeah, I'm not in a hurry for it to end. I'm not like, let's get there, you know. But
We've been playing this campaign for 6 years now.
yeah, I think we're different people, and I think it would be interesting to do something different.
100%.
Let's have a look. Illuminate says, if I were immortal, I would just be able to actually do all the stuff I want to do and be able to cultivate a nice aesthetic life for myself and then get lots of sleep. I mean, that's really the ultimate ambition, isn't it? To just be able to do what you want.
Yeah.
Everlasting Ray says, if I were immortal and like I couldn't die, I would just rocket myself into outer space and see what I could find.
Oh, that would be pretty neat, yeah. Float around in space till you find somewhere else.
I mean, sure. There's like that point where you get stuck.
Oh, yeah, you just stop, don't you?
Yeah, because you
There's no
can't
wind.
go... Well, no, because you can't go... if you've got... Let's say that you have infinite fuel or whatever, right? There is a certain point where you're going out as fast as the universe is expanding. So you can't get any further forward.
Yeah.
But also you can't go back.
Nightmare.
I hate space.
I keep I've like recently been thinking about like new character ideas for High Hopes. Like, I don't necessarily want to swap out Hashaan. Obviously not right now, we can't because of what we're doing. But like when we're done with this part, I'm thinking, obviously if you will allow it, I kind of want to swap out. I want to play another Dragonborn, but I want to play another Dragonborn that has a completely different temperament to Hashaan.
Right.
Because as much as I love Hashaan, I have to play the grumpy old lady for 3 hours every time you play it, and I'm just kind of done with it.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
Yeah. Like, no, I love her to bits, and I do, but
I think
need
you'll
something
probably want to
fresh.
make that decision when we're close towards the end of this arc.
Yeah, no, 100%. I'm excited to see what happens. I can't wait. I want to play cleric.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I want to try and play a cleric because like I want to do more magic stuff.
Cool. Cool. Hey, has everybody watched the TV thing?
Y'all should watch it.
The finale, the grand finale. I did have a thought as to what, if we were going to do another season, what that would be, but I don't want to tell you in case we do, but I don't think we will do it because Jazz never wants to play Boric Jackson again. Which is only fair enough.
How about in season 2, Boric Jackson sadly passes away.
Oh, Rip Boric.
Yeah, and Bethany is a widow.
Boric has gone. He's started his own business he's like a slime rancher.
Yeah.
He looks after all of the little Boric juniors. I don't know, we'll have to talk about it when we're all together.
Yeah.
Ooh. Did you just snort or did you sneeze?
I think she just stretched.
It was like a bang.
Yeah, she does that when she adjusts.
The next TV is them trying to plan Boric's funeral, says Ray. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed it. If you wanted to play TV yourself, you can actually get I wrote a module so you can download and play the story yourself. You can get it on our website. It's shriekingwizardco.com/shop. If you're a patron, you can get it for free from the secret shop.
Hell yeah.
And then let me know. I actually really want to know what people's TV parties look like.
Oh yeah, that'd be great.
I would also love to see what people's pictures look like.
Man, can we do a goblin one shot at some point? Because I fucking love playing goblins.
I do have a super vague plan for. The title at the moment is just Goblins Do Crimes. Gobbos Do Crimes, rather.
I don't know what it is, but I just fall into that personality very easily.
Super quick, yeah. I mean, I think everybody actually has like that gobbo inside them.
The
you know
grabby
that
hands personality.
That TikTok sound. Here comes the boy.
Yeah.
Hello, boy. Welcome. My favourite version of that is here comes the boy. Hello, boy. Welcome. Here he comes. There he goes. There he is.
Yeah, that's the goblin in everyone.
Yeah, I love it. I love it.
That's very Tiny Terry. You know?
Yeah.
Tiny Terry isn't even a D&D character, by the way. It's a persona that took over me when we were playing Monopoly on Christmas Day. I don't know what happened.
I think you were trying to be Tiny Tim, but
it turned into Tiny Terry.
Yeah. Here comes the boy.
I was doing this voice and Jazz was my sugar daddy or something. I don't fucking know.
Yeah. I love goblins.
They are great. They're so fucking funny.
I think that they get played. They're a little bit like the comic relief characters all the time, and like part of me thinks that I should make some effort and like write deep and serious goblins.
No.
But like I just love the fucking in season 2 of Critical Role when they meet that goblin that doesn't have any arms.
Oh, I haven't seen that.
Have you not?
No.
That fucking shit slays me. That side character, that shopkeeper who just happens to not have any arms because they're selling moorbounders, which are like a kind of like giant cat beast thing that you can ride.
Right.
And it's obvious that they have ripped his arms off at some point, right? And he's like licking his toes and smoothing his eyebrows down with them. See? That shit's hilarious.
Oh my god.
They
It's
exist.
like the black powder merchant as well.
Yeah.
Oh god, so good.
The goblins exist on a different frequency to normal, to human beings.
Oh, that Cobalt that Chris Perkins played for 15 minutes.
Yeah.
He got killed.
Squirt or whatever his name was, yeah.
Oh, I lie. Chris Perkins is great.
Honestly, goblins feel like they vibrate at a different, they're at like a different speed. Like their resting
not the
state.
Brave really did fucking like put it out there, didn't they? Like
Spurt, that's it.
Spurt.
Disgusting.
Horrifying name.
Yeah. 11 days. Man. I have been watching Fantasy High and a lot of Dimension 20 stuff, which I really recommend if you've got the time/funds or whatever. Brennan Lee Mulligan is actually a genius. He just just is. His, how Mercer has like those phrases that he always says where he's like toothy more or whatever, that kind of thing. Brennan Lee Mulligan's thing is, now that I've noticed it, I can't unsee it. It's you see he says, right?
Right.
You see they say, you see they say, right? Am I watching the 7? I'm not at the moment. I'm trying to finish season 2 of Fantasy High because I feel like I might need that contextual information for the 7. but Genshin has kind of sucked up some of my preview time. The thing that I really want to take off from Dimension 20 is Tiny Heists.
Right.
Which had the McElroys on it, so it's very funny. But at some point they sort of all developed the thing that the monks do in the temple is they put their hands together in front of them, like, you know, do the prayer, and then they bow and they go, hell yeah. And whenever one of them does it, all of the other people around the table do it back, hell yeah. It's just so funny, like a little like you know, peace be with you, whatever, like, hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Oh my god.
I also haven't watched... Oh, Brio Iyengar is a powerhouse. What an amazing DM she is. Also, she has a name like... I mean, Brio Iyengar. She sounds like she's from Lord of the Rings.
Can we watch Lord of the Rings again soon?
Yes, we can.
I need to. I would say we would do it with Rygate, but I feel like they would all implode except for Matt. Matt would be the only one up for it.
Mm-hmm. The extended ones.
Although I did almost die watching.
But we can break it up a little bit.
The Two Towers almost killed me.
I just want to watch the Fellowship of the Ring. I don't really... The other stuff is like... I'm not here for consequences, okay?
The Fellowship is nice. I do
Yeah.
enjoy it greatly.
I'm at this period in my life where I just want to read... Like, I'm reading The Lord of the Rings at the moment, and I'm struggling to finish it because I'm at the point where Gandalf, Aragorn, Legolas and Gimli go to Rohan for the first time.
Right.
And I know what's coming, right? I know that this latter third of the book is like really, really tough.
Yeah.
And it's like person to person kind of tough, right? The problem is that because I've seen the movies, I know it's coming, and I know I didn't super enjoy it.
Yeah.
And not because it's bad, but because
it's just hard to watch.
Yeah, it's a little upsetting.
I've constantly had in my head on loop the other day is Bilbo Baggins. Do not take me for some conjure cheap tricks. Fucking hell, I can't even say it. But in my head on loop all the time.
And the magic potion bottle in the Lego games,
right? Which
when you hold it plays this remix.
Oh
from
yeah.
Things. Release the river. And war. And war. And war. And war. And war. Yeah.
It's just a real good comfort, those movies.
Misfits of Magic is fucking amazing. If you can get the 3-day free trial for I can't remember what the thing is called, download or something. I'm actually going to tab out and look at it. Dropout, that's what it's called. Worth it. Even if you just pay for 1 month so that you can blast through Misfits in Magic and like Tiny Heist. Oh, they're so good. It's just amazing. Like, there's the people, they really know, you know.
My favourite thing about all of this is watching you and Liam fucking like talk away about this shit, because you two are like the biggest D&D nerds out of all of us, and I love it.
The fucking I sent, you know, you can get those Instagram filters where it like assigns you a character or something.
Oh yeah.
The video I watched was all of the fantasy high players doing that to see if they would get their own characters. And there's this NPC called Galia who's like a sad, you know, he's like a divorced dad and he's balding and nothing ever goes Galia's way. He's always losing. Aww. Right? And fucking Lou is like, big money no Galia, big money no Galia, big money no Galia. He gets his own character and he's like, woo! But he's like lying in bed with the duvet up like around his ear so you can only see his face.
My god.
And I kept getting Galea. Yeah, so good. So chat, how you doing this evening? It's 7:45. Let us know how you're going. How you doing, boo? You okay? I see you were in the same position that you were 20 minutes ago. Oh, she sat up a bit. Ooh, big yawn. Do you want to be on the microphone?
No.
No. Do you want me to pick you up?
Absolutely
No.
not.
Want me to touch the belly? No.
Keep thinking that I've
Oliver,
got work tomorrow, but I don't.
Oliver, would you please get me a liquid? There's a bottle of water in the fridge, or a Peepus, or a Coca-Cola, whichever you prefer. Dealer's choice. Any boo beeps? Any boo beeps for the audience? No. She looks very angry.
Absolutely not.
Not even going to try. Here comes the boy.
Hello, boy.
Thank you. He runs away. Oh, we're one person away from 21,000 subscribers on WEBTOONs.
Whoa.
We're at 2999.
Oh,
Ooh,
excuse me.
madam. Did you know that we have a TikTok?
Oh my god, we do.
It's the Shriekingwizardco.
I would post on there, but honestly, like, I don't even know what it would be. It would just be videos of my face.
I want to do the cat kitty cat cat kitty cat cat.
Yeah, I need to do that for Boo so badly.
Cat
Cat, kitty,
cat
cat,
cat cat cat. Yeah. But also all of the Here Comes the Boy versions with her as well,
Yeah.
especially the Goblin one.
Yeah. Welcome, here we come.
Here we go. Everybody tell me your favorite TikTok sounds or whatever, and we'll do our best. I'll pretend to try. I've never even had TikTok installed before. I don't have a TikTok account.
You would never get off it.
That's
if
why I
you're
haven't done
addicted
it.
to reels.
That's why I haven't done it. Because I'm scared.
I need Matt to do the video I just showed you before we started, the girl with the mixing. I need Matt to do that. I just need Beth to stand in the foreground looking staring at the camera looking disappointed while Matt is in the background being a goblin.
Let's see. Some of them are on Instagram, so if you don't have TikTok, you don't have to download it. They most recently did I fucking love this one. It's living's hard. The Adult Swim one.
Yeah.
Which we didn't have Adult Swim in this country. Well, no, I think we did. I think it was just on like a cable network, right?
Yeah.
So the equivalent for us was E4 Stings.
Oh yeah.
And then obviously this one. The Hustle. Famacoi and the Soul City something. Trying to get themselves in the thing. Have you seen the one where that woman's doing it with her cat and he's like 100% not on board?
He's like, get me out of here.
Yeah. I hope you're also enjoying everything else that we make.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, we have a PO box now.
Oh my god, we actually have one that might work.
Yeah. It's a little bit more complicated because there are two addresses. There's one for letters and there's one for parcels. And if you're sending a letter that needs to be signed for, then that has to go to the parcel address. Shall I read them out? See if I can find them. There they are. Address details. So if you want to send us a letter or a postcard, then you can send that to Lightchet House, number 13 Freeland Park, Wareham Road, Poole, Dorset, BH 166FA. I suppose I should put that in the chat.
Mixing.
Who's that Pokemon? It's Pikachu. It's Clefairy. Fuck! yeah, that's a good one. I don't know what we would do under that though.
No.
Unless we made fake Who's That Poke. You know that, remember that, the way that it's like that layover in the middle of the episode.
Maybe it's like Hashaan getting something she's always wanted, and then it's Nagar, and she's like, "Fuck!"
yeah. Or like we literally just go, "Who's that Pokemon?" with like the silhouette. You know how we did Guess the Wizard?
Oh yeah.
Right, silhouette one of the characters, but like, "Who's that Pokemon?"
We should fucking do
Pikachu.
Guess That Wizard on our channel.
Oh, we should.
We really need to do that.
We really do need to do that.
Oh my
That'll
lord.
be so fucking funny.
That's so funny because Joe Cat joined in for like 5 seconds. Absolutely had no
So
idea what
funny.
was going on.
They're so lovely. They're all of them. Whistle, Joe Cat. Who else was there? Bree.
Daddy
Like,
Chappie.
Damn it! Just all of these people who dropped in and were like, we don't know who you are. We don't know what you look
We're like, pick a square, any
I've
square.
never met you before in real life. And you know, this is the first time I have talked to Joe one-on-one. Joe, pick a square. Guess which wizard. So nice of them to sort of go along with us. I'm posting into chat right now the letters address for our PO box if you want to send us a letter. Letters. Lightchet House, 13 Freeland Park, Wareham Road, Poole, Dorset, BH 16 6FA, and obviously that's UK if you are abroad. And then our parcel address, which is also a courier point address, so if you're sending something to us that needs to be signed for, is it's unit 80891
Send it to that absolute unit.
Courier Point, 13 Freeland Park, Wareham Road, Poole, Dorset, BH 16 6FH, United Kingdom.
I'm just gonna go get a drink. I'll be right back.
Oh, do the hustle. As she walks away, hustling. So yeah, you can send us stuff to those places, and we'll get them. Oh, boo! She stood up. That's because Amy went into the kitchen, and she thinks that that means there might be food for her. Oh no, she sat back down again. Booby, you want to come say hello? Want to say hi to the people? Yeah, I know. She's a little. She's a little. Come here. Come here. Yeah. Oh, it's not that bad.
Do the hustle. She comes back in the room.
This cat is so warm.
This cat looks angry.
I'm not surprised.
Ubers.
You say hello. No, don't make a vomit noise. Say hello.
Ubers. Why do you sound so... You don't even sound of anything. Why are you so sad? Ubers.
Come on. Ow. Is that it? You don't have anything else to say?
Ubers. Scritch the belly.
I can't. I'm holding her feet. There we go. I've got a little. No. You're just making vaguely vomiting sounds. It's a bit gross.
She looks so fucked off. Ubers.
What's wrong?
Everything's wrong.
You don't love me?
Oh, that face. So angry.
You smell bad. You know? You smell bad.
Ubers. You need to be happier, bro. It's really not that hard.
You scream at me all day and you not got nothing now as a microphone. Ow.
Try a little bit harder.
Ow.
Give her a little squeeze, a tiny squeeze. Nope, nothing.
That's what we get.
Oh my god, Boo. So angry. I can only see one eye because the rest is behind the pop shield. She looks really ominous.
What? No, come on. No.
She might make a meow as you put her down.
Yeah. You got nothing to say? Nothing at all?
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not.
No answers for you. No comment. Let me go.
No, she's just sitting there licking her lips.
Ubers.
What's wrong? Oh, there we go. Okay, you can go now.
You have paid the toll.
And now I'm very hairy.
Yeah, I bet.
What's wrong, baby?
Oh my god, I get to go see a puppy tomorrow and I can't wait.
Oh, now you're loud.
Oh, excuse me. Sorry. That was Boo, not me.
I'll lie. Oh, good. I was about to ask. I hope you all heard that. Heard that hard one beep. We got a beep. We got a beep. Excuse me. You also get the sounds of me drinking. What kind of puppy?
A Labrador.
It's a black lab, right?
Yeah, Freddie.
Oh, my mother's asking me how dinner with my father-in-law was last night.
Yeah, what?
Ollie's dad.
Oh.
It was bad.
Don't say that on the internet.
It was bad. It was not a good social experience.
Oh.
The food was fine. The company was not so much.
It's fine.
It's
It's
fine.
done now.
It is. I'm going to tell you something very confusing about this situation, right? Ollie says, "Hey Dad, I'm going to be away these days. Okay, so if you want to see me, you got to come after that." And Ollie's dad is like, "Okay, well, I'll book those days when you're away." So I'll see you on the day after those days.
Yeah.
I'll see you on the third day. And Ollie's like, "Okay, fine, whatever. I'll see you on the third day." Whilst we're away, he texts him and says, because he thinks that maybe his dad feels like a little bit fobbed off because we were going away. And says, "Hey, on our way back, we can stop in and have dinner with you," which is what we did last night. And he's like, "Cool, let's do it." So we go, and partway through dinner, Ollie says, I need to talk to you about tomorrow, about what we're doing, because you said that you wanted me to come see you at 8:30 in the morning."
Ugh.
And Ollie's dad's like, "Yeah, well, first of all, I thought that us doing this tonight means that we wouldn't be seeing you tomorrow.
What?
Not in addition to. But here's the key thing. If we hadn't have gone to see him for dinner on that night, Ollie would have had to have been there at 8:30 because they were leaving. So he would have had to have been there for their breakfast."
How social.
But at no point was this ever made apparent to anybody.
Oh my god. This man needs to be stopped.
Yeah, yes, he does. But there we go. That's a good example of why communication is important.
That's like whenever I go to see my sister, I'm roped into doing something I don't want to do.
Mm.
Like the last time I went down there, she was like, "Oh, do you want to come down and see the new house?" I turn up to her house, and she's like, "Oh, you need to put this bed in your car.
You need to help me move.
Yeah, I need you to help me move." And I'm like,
"That's not what."
I thought we were hanging out,
Yeah.
and then it like delayed me. Oh, and she lost her keys, which delayed us for 2 hours. Fell really far behind.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't get home until very late that night. I was very annoyed.
Yes.
Like, I wouldn't have minded helping her move.
But that's what she had to ask for. Yeah.
If she asked, "Oh, can you help me move?" I would have been like, "Yeah, sure, I'll be there at this time." But it was the fact that, like, I get there and it's, "Oh, you're helping me move." I'm like, "Oh, okay. Fine."
Yeah, not what you said, but that's fine. Yeah.
And she fucking tried to put a mattress on her roof with baler twine, which is like, you know what baler twine is, right?
Yeah.
It's not rope.
No, it's not.
She was like, "Oh, I've got some rope." I was like, "Oh, okay. What type of rope?" And she brings it into the room. I'm like, "Holly, you cannot drive with this holding the mattress down on your roof." And she's like, "Why? It's strong enough." And literally, we fold the mattress in half. 5 seconds later, it snaps. I'm like, and imagine that on a moving vehicle.
Yeah. Ray's moving this weekend. Good luck with that. I hope you're going somewhere nice.
Yeah.
Oh my god, this afternoon. Sorry, I don't know why this suddenly triggered this thought to me. I guess it's because you're moving, and people need to leave their parents' houses. But I watched a compilation of, quote unquote, strict parent TikTok.
Ugh.
Where it's like, tell me that you've got strict parents without telling me that you have strict parents. And I'm like, honestly, watching that video, which was like 15 minutes, you could, if you worked for Child Protective Services in the United States, you could go on TikTok and look at those like remixes or whatever they're called, and you can just find kids who are just openly talking about their abuse.
Yeah,
you know?
It's madness, isn't it?
And they're like, "Oh, my parents are super strict." I'm like, "Honey, your parents are abusing
They're
you.
controlling you.
They're beating you.
Yeah.
That's not strict."
That's abuse.
If
you have to hit your child in order to listen to it, you're not doing a good job. You don't know how to communicate.
It's just so wild, right? And it ranges. So one girl doesn't have a door on her bedroom, she doesn't have a door on her closet, and she doesn't have a door on her ensuite bathroom.
I hate that.
She's not allowed to use the family bathroom because it has a door.
That is unacceptable.
That's not acceptable. She's 17.
No, that's not okay.
That would be okay if she was 5.
Yeah, obviously. You don't want your 5-year-old to fall over and drown.
Yes, but that's not okay for a 17-year-old. Phone curfew for so many of them, like, I can kind of understand a phone curfew because our phones are destroying our brains, but like, it's like
and for
5
young
PM.
teenagers who are still in school, 100%.
Like,
and for that.
You probably, it would be helpful to me if I was a teenager now for my mum to say, "You can't have your phone whilst you're doing your homework."
Yeah.
Right? That would be helpful to me. But to say 17-year-old, you cannot have your phone past 5 PM.
Yeah. No.
Why?
Everyone else has
You don't want
their
to watch
phones.
YouTube videos at 6 PM? What the fuck is wrong with you?
You're isolating your child from their social life. I don't think it's acceptable. I find it acceptable that parents look through their young teenagers' phones, but as soon as they hit 16, you've got to trust them.
I don't even think. I think if you have a good relationship with your parents, if you're the parent, okay, let's talk about this as the parent, because like we're old enough now. Well, I'm almost 30 to have a kid. If I have a good relationship with my child, if I trust my child, I don't need to look through their phone.
No.
It doesn't matter how old they are.
No.
We could have a debate about how old I think you should be to have a phone, especially a smartphone.
Yeah.
Because
there's so much accessibility.
Yeah, and also, like, I am not digitally native. I got the internet as the internet was becoming accessible, which means I wasn't regularly online until I was about 15.
Yeah.
And I think that that's probably good for you, personally. But like, there's some trigger warnings, right? Like if you're experiencing abuse of any form, verbal, mental, physical, please seek help. However you can. Talk to a teacher. You know, go online if you can. We're going to talk about some of these kids. One girl opens her bedroom window and it is bricked up on the outside to stop her from leaving. What are you doing to her?
You are creating
What are
a
you
secretive child.
What are you doing where you need to physically prevent her climbing out of the window to get away from you?
They want control.
Another girl, I mean, and the lists are so long, right? They've got them written down. Can you imagine having so many rules that you have to write them down to keep track of them? If I get below a B on anything, I have to run laps around the block until I throw up.
Is disgusting.
Until I throw up.
That's not acceptable.
They hit me. It's just straight up.
Yeah.
There's never any instance where you need to hit a child, especially a 17-year-old.
I used to get smacked as a kid, and if anyone raises their hand around me too quickly, I flinch.
Yeah.
Like, it's not good enough. You don't need to hit children.
You don't need to hit kids.
And you don't need to distrust them. Because if you do this to them, if you start locking them up and controlling them, you're going to create sneaky, secretive children who are going to put themselves in danger.
In dangerous situations to get away from you.
They can't trust you enough to communicate with you.
Yes, strict parents breed sneaky kids.
Yeah, 100%. You trust your kids, they'll communicate with you.
You know, they also breed children that don't want to talk to you anymore.
Yeah.
Right, either you've brainwashed them into becoming you, which is a nightmare, or they turn 18 and they never talk to you again.
Yeah. And then you pull the whole narcissism trick of like, I wasn't a bad parent, I loved you, I gave you everything. No, well.
Another girl, her dad used to hit her if she sat with her back on the sofa.
What?
So if she wasn't sat upright, then he'd hit her. Or she wasn't allowed to apply any heat to her hair. So when she had a shower and she washed her hair, she'd have to towel dry it. And in order to prove that she wasn't using a hairdryer, she'd have to sit in the living room with her hair in a towel with him for an hour and a half until it dried.
What?
That's not normal.
That's not normal, no.
The girl who didn't have a door on anything, there were cameras in her house. Her mum would be watching the cameras, and if she wasn't on camera when she was expected to be, her mum would be screaming looking for her.
That is not normal. Where is the trust?
My parents won't let me stay over at a friend's house in the evening or overnight unless they have met the parents, which I kind of, I mean, that's fair enough, I suppose. If they have the parents' number, and they have to have had the friend over at least 3 times so they can vet the friend to make sure that they're not poisoning my mind.
Ugh, fuck off.
And then if I'm out and they don't know where I am, they will text all of the parents, but they won't text me.
What?
That's shitty.
Yeah. There's so much distrust there, isn't there? Like, I know I used to get smacked as a kid, you know, because my parents had very little patience. I'm not making their excuses. I guess I am in a way. They were older. My parents were much older, and they had no patience whatsoever. That's not okay. I'm not saying it's normal, but like, they at least trusted me enough that if I was like, oh, I'm going out, all they would ask is just let me know where you're going.
Yeah.
And just give me an update as to when you want to come home.
Yeah. Where do you think you'll go? Who do you think you'll be with? What time do you think you'll be home?
Yeah. Do
Have
you want
fun.
me to make you dinner?
Don't do drugs.
Yeah.
Don't smoke. Those are the only rules that I had.
Yeah, same. Very similar.
Yeah. My parents, I'm incredibly grateful for them, for being the way that they are. I don't know how I lucked out like that, frankly.
I mean, there are a lot of good parents out there. And I think mostly with our generation, because a lot of us grew up being smacked and verbally abused, we've kind of gotten to a point where we're like, we don't want to do that to our kids. So, like, and a lot of people from older generations are like, oh, you're getting too soft. Like, no, we're just not being horrible.
Yeah, which is sort of similar to the, like, oh, in 1918 they were storming the beaches in Normandy, in 2018 you're, like,
Oh, fuck
being soft or whatever. But, like, I'm not sure, like, what the point... Surely the point is that things should be better.
Yeah. Like, what do you want?
Yeah, a lot of people have kids sort of expecting it to be a certain way, right? Because they have kids and then as if the child is an object, right? In the same way that people buy animals as if they are objects.
The thing I hate most is when parents expect something back from their children.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Your child didn't ask to be born.
Exactly. The
You
attitude,
made that
attitude,
decision.
I can't, like, imagine saying to a child, my child, no matter how old they are, they, you know, like, I could be 85 and they could be in their 40s, and I saying, well, I clothed and fed you. Well, what do you want? A fucking award?
That's not how that
It's
works.
literally the bare minimum.
Yeah, not how that works, I'm afraid.
Literally the bare minimum required of you.
Yeah,
legally speaking.
Used to get that guilt trip endlessly. God forbid I stayed in my room for more than 2 hours at a time. Do you know what I mean? Like, God forbid I have any downtime. You know? Because it was the constant, you're being lazy, you're not doing enough. And like, well, how about you just leave me alone?
Mm-hmm.
Wondered why I never spoke to them.
I just can't imagine not trusting my kids.
No, but that's the thing. If you...
Well, that's not entirely true, right? Like, there's a certain point where kids are kids, right?
Yeah,
like,
they're gonna do stupid shit.
Yeah, they're gonna do stupid things, but that's part of it, right?
Yeah.
You know, you just kind of have to hope that they're not doing, like, the stupid thing is, like, fucking shoving crayons up their nose, not heroin. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I can't imagine feeling the need to go through my child's phone.
No.
It's incredibly invasive.
It is. There's no trust there.
None.
And the thing is though, if you communicate with your children, and if they do something wrong, they will come to you, right?
Yeah.
Like, I know I was saying just now, oh, maybe, like, I understand the whole checking the phone thing, but then again, like you said, if you trust them, then, you know, they will come to you when there's a problem.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of trying to hide it.
Yeah, because ultimately, it doesn't matter who you are or what you do, you're going to make some mistakes in your life.
Yeah, 100%. And that is totally normal.
And especially as a child and a teenager, right? Yeah. Because your brain isn't fully formed and you need the space learning to make those mistakes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like the thing that really kind of struck me was that these kids are talking about their rules, right? And like, oh, my parents are super strict. Like, they can't even see it. They don't know that they're being abused. They don't know any other way. I mean, particularly the running laps until I throw up thing.
That's not normal.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
What the actual fuck?
Like,
Christ.
Maybe if your child is failing in school, you, instead of abusing them, you evaluate the scenario and wonder why they're failing at school and figure it out and help them.
Yeah. Yeah, and like I again never really understood stuff being tied to grades. Like, maybe like rewards can be tied to grades, but punishment shouldn't be. No, that's for sure.
Because you're gonna make them hate it.
Yeah, and also like you might just be bad at something.
Yeah.
You know.
Oy
vey.
Like, fucking. I remember I had this conversation with my dad ages ago, and so I'm a fat person, right? I'm quite a large person, which is like, you know, whatever. It's whatever. And obviously I grew up, I've always been fat forever. And obviously my parents were concerned about my health, as any parent would be, but the way they went about it was terrible. And the way that they went about it was like, you know, they would compare me to people, or there was this article of a woman in a magazine who was overweight or whatever, and my dad threw the magazine down in front of me and said, if you don't watch out, you're going to end up like her. And he said that to like a 13-year-old, right? And then I remember having a really bad time with like my self-image, obviously, because you would, and because not only was I being bullied at school, I was being bullied at home. And he said to me, I don't get it. You're beautiful. Why do you hate yourself? And I thought,
where is this coming from?
Like,
yeah.
What? Do you not realise what you've done?
The first instance of,
What?
Mm-hmm.
And then his response would be, well, you just need to have a better, bigger backbone.
Yeah.
Like,
the
What?
key phrase for that is that the hatchet does not remember the tree,
yeah,
right? The tree remembers,
Shocking.
the hatchet does not.
yeah. Ugh.
They parents.
I get it. Parenting must be hard, but
Yeah. Yeah,
That's-
and I am not, and I don't know if I would ever really have it in me or whatever, but like, there's some basic stuff.
yeah, like, I get it.
Some fairly basic stuff.
Even the best parents lose their patience.
Yeah.
I understand.
Yeah.
But you never hit or verbally abuse your children.
No. Nope, never.
You don't need to.
Secret friends. I never asked to sleep over at their house and stuff because I never knew how. Yeah. Kimberly. Hello, Kimberly. It's not it is Amy's childhood, I suppose, but
Yeah, sorry.
for those of you who joined us, because I think quite a few of you did whilst we were in the middle of that, was that tell me that you have strict parents without telling me that you have strict parents is a thread on TikTok, which is full of kids documenting their abuse
Yeah.
without knowing that it's abuse. Oh, I just got a notification. Did you know that Shriekingwizardco are live right now? Yeah. Meow. Now she's making noise.
Yeah.
Cheeky little baby.
Yeah, we just had a very deep conversation about abuse.
Yeah.
But
It's certainly upsetting. Oh, Pierce, I need to talk to Erin. Let me text them whilst we're where's the old thing, Erin? Darling. I am currently live on YouTube. No, don't be sorry. I didn't want you to think I was ignoring you. Blame Amy.
how dare.
I was she made me.
Wow.
Tell me you grew up in a Christian household. But telling me you grew up in a Christian household.
I did not grow up in a Christian household.
Me neither, but I'm guessing the vibe is the same, especially if you're a Mormon.
Oh no.
ILU! Exclamation marks. Hashtag blame Amy.
Wow.
Blame.
Let's not.
Blame me.
Trending on Twitter.
Hashtag blame me. Looks like fail army, but blame me army.
Fucking hell. I did nothing.
Yeah, I was not. I seem to remember going to church a couple of times as a kid. I think my mum cleaned it for a little while.
Right.
But no, not religious. Not at all.
My parents were like super against religion. So odd.
Weird. Hashtag blame me.
Wow.
Oh yeah, Souls mate. Crowborn666 says this is their first stream. I'm sorry, mate. It's not usually like this. It's usually a bit more light-hearted.
Yeah. Just a conversation, innit?
Yeah. Tell me what stuff everybody's watching on YouTube at the moment. And then tell me what video games you're playing. I'm watched with my lunch/breakfast this morning Pueblo, which is on the Babish Culinary Universe. 10 of 10 would recommend. Very good. Rick Martinez. I like a good food show. What are you watching at the moment? You're watching a series in it, or are you just
I'm watching
binging
on
films?
Netflix. I'm binging Downton Abbey,
Oh,
which is
okay.
really good. I really like it.
I've seen season 1, I think.
I really like it. The Dowager Countess, 10 out of 10. Love her.
Or just great. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But on YouTube,
Perfect
I've been
character.
binge watching Loose Women.
Oh yeah.
Because I really enjoy their discussions that they have.
That's right. I forget that that's a thing that you watch.
Yeah, I like Loose Women. I like seeing discussions between women from a different generation.
Mm-hmm.
And like obviously they've started to integrate people from younger generations, like our generation now, and it's really interesting seeing how they communicate with each other. Also, like, I'm a little bit obsessed with, like, not obsessed, but like I can't stop watching Katie Price videos. I don't know why. Like, I love seeing her interact with Harvey.
I see.
And how she parents him. 10 out of 10.
Do people outside of the UK know who Katie Price is?
Probably.
Why is she famous? I just know that she is.
She was on Page 3, and she did a lot of Playboy. She had a lot of modelling, loads of stuff like that.
There's another person, Katie Price, like her, that I don't know why we all know her name. Ooh, Dark Theme is available. Wikipedia. There we go. Jordan. How long has she not been Jordan?
Oh, she hasn't been Jordan for years. Jordan was like her...
she's married to Peter Andre.
Well, she was married.
Yeah. 2009 they broke up.
Yeah. How old was she?
1996 she was a Page 3 girl. Right, which is where Jordan comes from.
Yeah.
Oh. Wow. 6 autobiographical books, 11 novels, 1 fashion book, 2 series of children books.
Yeah.
Wow. I did not know that she did so much stuff.
Yeah. She's done a lot. She's the most tabloid person in the world.
Yeah, I mean,
Every week for the past 15 years or something, she's had an article written about her.
Well,
for whatever reason.
Clearly making her a crap ton of money, so...
I think I just admire how good of a mum she is, I think. Like, her and Pete are really good parents. Very good parents. Yeah.
That is good to hear. Let's have a look at what chat is saying. Kimberly says, I have no idea why I love binging with Babish so much, like, when I don't actually like to cook. I really enjoy his stuff, both because he has the format, that his like layout, he's got his thing down and he's really good at it. Secondly, Babish is like if Matt was bold and American. Like the way that they behave in the longer format shows that he has watched by Babish, where it doesn't stick to the script so much. There's like lots of footage of him goofing off, right? Like he's like staring into the camera singing a song about Cheese Whiz, and I'm like, who are you? Because your long lost brother lives in Surrey.
I haven't given her a tail.
Church camp. That's a weird thing. Camp is a weird thing. We don't do that here.
No, we don't.
I'm inside the UK. I don't know who Katie Price is, or I hope that has a helpful explanation for you. Gordon Ramsay and Warrior cat maps on YouTube. The lounge today, goblin themed, with absolute pleasure. What kind of goblin theme would you like? I'm thinking like Little Goblin Mafia.
La patatas.
La patatas. And la pastas.
That was great.
It
That was a good time.
Stupid, and I enjoyed that very much. It's finally got cold enough to put on a sweater. I'm actually genuinely looking forward to autumn proper and winter because my summer wardrobe consists of one pair of shorts, one pair of 3/4 lengths, and some t-shirts. And that is it. Hey boo. Baby. Hiya. Yeah, come over here. You want... Yeah. Come here. Oh. No, she's suspicious. I'm going to pick her up again. She's right. I was going to.
Don't be suspicious.
Don't be suspicious. Bulbo would obviously be serving sandwiches, of course. Bulbo Bamsey. Everybody gets that that's a really bad play on Gordon Ramsay, right? At this point. Cannot wait for October because finally getting to spooky stuff. Yep. Can't wait for the old Halloweeny.
Yeah.
Are we going to do what we did last year and pretend that we aren't in?
Yes.
I actually don't think there are that very many kids around here.
We've got a kid next door.
Oh, are we really?
Yeah.
Huh.
They like to wind their dog up.
Oh. I didn't think... I don't... Apart from when, like, it's like, you know, end of school and they walk through the path, I don't think I've ever seen a kid on this estate.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Oh, excuse me.
Oh, that's not what I wanted.
I'm so tired. Oh, Kimberly's apartment complex seems to have it's got a lot of kids, so they're gonna do some trick or treating. That's so much fun. That's nice to be the It's just slightly different here in the UK, like especially because it always tends to be on a school night, and also the weather is also bad.
Yeah,
you
it's
know?
always insanely cold.
You often have to wear your I have distinct memories of like wearing my like witch dress, right?
Yeah.
And then putting a big puffy coat on over the top so you can't see it.
Yeah.
And then you have to like, when you go to the door and the lady's like, oh, what are you then? And you have to like basically flash her.
Yeah.
So she can see your little witchy dress. Oh yeah, your allergies clear. That is a good point.
Yeah.
The not having to sneeze all the time.
Oh man, I tried a coat on at work earlier and I want it really badly. And my manager said after stock take I can keep it in the cupboard until I can buy it. I can't wait.
When we were in uni, Matt and Beth had long coats. Do you remember? And then suddenly we were all like, "Oh my god, long coats!"
Yeah, I've never been able to find one.
I mean, I only got mine
because you found it in a charity shop.
In a charity shop, yeah.
That was so lucky.
Such a good find.
Yeah.
It was like 30 quid as well, and it's easily a £300 coat.
Yeah.
It's like actual wool.
It's a beautiful coat.
Yeah. It's a little bit too big for me, but it's just so fucking good. So warm. I have to re-stitch the pockets every year.
Yeah.
Because I lean on the point where the pocket meets the body of the thing and it pops away.
I remember I have this distinct memory where we were all sitting in the canteen and we just re-dyed your hair the night before, and you were getting out of the car. Ollie dropped you off and you were getting out of the car, and you like came out, you swooped your big old jacket out of the car and you had your hair down and it was like bright blue and green. You had the bleached sides as well. You looked really cool.
Oh, thanks, babe. Yeah, I remember like whenever in the mornings it's like Liam, there's like always a handful of people who get into uni like super early.
It was me, Jazz, Liam, and Katie.
And you'd score us a bench.
Yeah.
And then whenever I arrived, like, 5 minutes before I was supposed to be there, obviously, it was like always like having an audience. from the glass.
Yeah, it's because we used to get a bit early so we could have breakfast.
Oh yeah, of course.
It was a good time. Nothing
Hash browns.
Nothing beats a uni breakfast.
And also then you have the canteen without all of the
everyone else there.
college students in it. Yeah. Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. Well, Slanity is gone, which is a shame because I was just about to say that I drove past Stonehenge this weekend. I drove past nearly where they live. I love large coats. It's like, do not perceive me. I am no shape and I am no gender. Am I even human?
Yeah, literally.
Yeah, excellent. Huge coats and huge boots. That's the vibe.
You've got your pair of sparkly docks in the drawer
I
you never
do.
wear.
Yeah, it's because they're very painful to wear.
Yes,
to walk long distances in.
I've got a pair of non-sparklies, and
and I tend to own. I don't really do. Like if I'm going out, I know I have to walk at least 1.5 miles usually.
Yeah.
So there's never a good time to wear them.
Also, like I can't wear mine because whenever I'm going anywhere, I have to drive there.
Yeah.
And I can't drive in them because they're too chunky. Also, they make me over 6 foot tall.
Yeah, there's that too.
Absolutely ginormous.
I love them.
They are great shoes.
I guess I should just wear them in the house. I should just sit around in them.
Break them in.
Yeah.
Because once you break in a pair of Docs, they're the comfiest shoes in the world.
Yeah, it just takes fucking forever.
Yeah.
Like, if I have to walk 6 miles in them to break them in, then... I wore them once to meet Erin in town, and I walked from where we used to live, opposite the bingo hall, to the middle of town, opposite where the wheel is, which is like what? It's like a 10-minute walk.
Yeah.
And I got to the thing and I sat down next to him and I was like, we can't leave for another 10 minutes. Like I fucked up my feet. But I look great. Yeah, I have other pairs of dogs that I wear all the time. Like I have a pair of Doc Marten Chelseas that I wear my work shoes.
3 pairs of Docs, haven't you?
Yeah, and I have a pair of Doc Dollies, which are really cute, which are my summer work shoes. And those are both of those are insanely comfortable. The Chelseas are actually kind of flat, I think. They don't have the traditional Doc sole on them.
No.
But they're very convenient. And again, for the slightly, I don't know if tomboy is the word, but like that's kind of like my professional work style.
Yeah.
They look good for that. Sorry if you just heard a load of microphone noises. I'm dicking around with it. Oh no, I've broken it. I did not mean to. Oh no, it's okay. I have fixed it. Okay, there we go. Sorry everybody. There is a free PDF pattern for a 1900s cloak that is absolutely gorgeous. There's a big old trend going on for a while. Well, Kimberly, where can we find that? I made a... once upon a time, I made a Jon Snow cosplay that I was on TV in.
Oh my god. I didn't know you were on TV.
Yeah, we're on the One show.
Really?
Yeah. You know how like they always do that bit where they'd be like, oh, and here's like something weird that some people are up to. We were the weird thing.
Of course. Cosplayers.
Yep. The only picture I have of me from that is us standing in the lobby of the studio. So it just looks like there's a bunch of freaks in an office building. You know, you can't tell that it's like, where can we see this show of you cosplaying? And I don't know if you will be able to find it. All previous attempts to find it that I have undergone have been unsuccessful.
Oh.
It's an episode of the One Show, which runs literally every night for the past 10 years. So, you know. I'll put some pictures. I'll see if I've got any pictures that I can put on my Instagram story so you can see the costume though, if you'd like to.
Oh, do you remember when we took those cloaks and we used it as the first year initiation for the new first years at uni?
Oh yeah.
We like walked into the room with our cloaks.
I made two, right? I made mine and I made my friends. Mine I made out of curtain that I dyed, and then I attached a decent quality faux fur thing to the top of it to be the fur on the long.
Yeah.
And then for her, and I was working in a charity shop at the time, so I got to rummage through all of the incoming stuff and all of the bins for my material choices. Somebody donated like a proper opera cloak, like
oh wow,
to like something you would wear over a dress, right?
Yeah.
So I took the hood off of that, and because I was giving her the good tailored cloak, I gave her the shit fur from Primark. They were so, bearing in mind they're supposed to be almost identical, right? I was Jon Snow and she was Bran Stark, right? Because she needed to, if we were doing long distance stuff like at a convention, she would need to use a wheelchair.
Right.
So it made thematic sense, right?
Obviously.
But their cloaks were so different from each other, right? They were both black, but in different ways. You know when you put a t-shirt on, it doesn't match your jeans because they're both black but different shades. We were that in every kind of way.
Wow.
The colour, the cut, the shape, the type of fur, the fur colour. Right? It was such a disasperate nightmare. I'm just scrolling back through my phone to see if I got any pictures on the old cloud storage, because this has been like for freaking years ago. Like before I moved to Worthing years ago. So like
those 8,000 years ago.
Yeah, like 2015 or something. Blimey. Oh, that's nice. There's lots of pictures of Matthew on here, mostly ones that he took himself. I'm just going to scroll right to the bottom and see what the bottom picture is. 2020, okay. Dun, 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 dun. I think the real fear is that I have to go onto Facebook to look for pictures of myself, yeah.
Not Facebook.
Log in. I had to delete Facebook from my phone as an application about 4 or 5 years ago because I realised that I was only opening it because I was looking for a fight.
Oh, fair enough.
Not now. Go away. You know, I was looking for oh, Kimberly, you might not be able to post links into chat. If you want to send it to me on Instagram and I can post it. Whilst I look for pictures of myself. Yeah, YouTube won't let you send a link. It'll let me send a link, but it won't be a hyperlink. So y'all gonna have to copy and paste it. Sorry, this is not terribly interesting, is it? It's just me looking at stuff. Oh, that was speedy. Thank you, Kimberly. I'm going to look at that later. American Duchess cape. Oh, that is very pretty. Oh, it crosses over as well. Ooh. Pissed. Didn't really think this through. Hang on a minute. Re-download Instagram on the iPad. Here we go. We're doing it. We hit 21,000 subs on WEBTOON whilst we were streaming, by the way. So thank you very much for following us over there and liking stuff. If you're on WEBTOONs and you're reading our comic, thank you very much. Please consider leaving us a like on every page. That would be very helpful.
Yes, please.
Ask app not to track. Can I switch account? Excellent. Wait, did you send it to me or did you send it to Wizards? No, I sent it to me. Beans. Switch account. Okay. Copy. Okay, now delete Instagram forever. The app on iPad is garbage. It doesn't even orientate. Okay, here we go. Bam. Oh, it did hyperlink. So there you go. There's a link to the amazing cape that y'all should have a look at. It's a very sexy pattern. What was I doing previously? I was staring at myself on Facebook like a freak. Okay.
She's a freak.
Oh dear. I don't really know how Facebook works anymore. It's been so long since I looked at it. There's so many things on here. Friends, posts, photo. No, that wants me to post a photo. Fucking hell. Okay, later at some point I will find pictures of me on the fucking one show to post on the old Instagram for y'all to see. I'm literally just scrolling down and my Facebook wall, and literally only times I'm on Facebook is to be angry. I mean, Oliver Dowden might as well not exist for all the help he's being. He's the culture secretary. Statues as historical monuments only work if you ignore their primary function, praise. We have not forgotten what the Nazis did despite tearing down statues and monuments after the Second World War. You would not want to walk past a statue of Hitler any more than you should want to walk past a statue of a slave trader. It doesn't matter what Colston did with his money, he earned it by murdering 19,000 black people and selling hundreds of thousands of others into slavery. It's no wonder I've not got very many friends on Facebook. Don't say anything nice. It is 9:45.
Yes.
Which means it's almost the end of the stream. I haven't actually looked at what you've been drawing.
I'm probably gonna stop drawing now.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna wait before you turn. I'm just gonna look at the old screen that I have and have a look at the drawing. That's very nice. Did you watch that Thomas Carr video with the most recent one, the Try Hards episode? No. Ellie put a dildo on a robot.
Oh, of course he did.
It's very good. I recommend it. They had to blur quite a lot of the video.
I bet they did.
Oh, there's some lovely pictures of us drunk on a sofa in somebody's student house. Oh, Ink's here. Hey, Ink. Ink, I have bad news. I learnt that Genshin is region locked, according to Brie anyway, so we can't multiplayer across the world, which feels a little bit dumb to me.
Oh, thanks, Ink, for the compliment. Appreciate it.
Oh yes, Art says, Ink says that
Fucking hell, Jenny, alright, you're having a stroke.
Inky all the time.
Stop.
Just like all the time in me.
Put the stroke on hold. We'll get back to that when we're off stream.
In the meeting earlier, I was trying to ask Beth if she wanted to join us for a Genshin test stream. Not a test stream, but like to do some multiplayer so we could see how it worked and what we needed to do tomorrow. But I also needed to say that I was invited to play multiplayer with Georgie and Alex.
Right.
So I couldn't officially extend the invitation to you because it wasn't my thing, but I'm going to do it anyway because we need to test the multiplayer for the live stream. I said all of that quite succinctly right there, okay? But literally, you know that meme that you really fucking hate, that kid going...
That's Jazzy hates that meme.
Oh, is it really? That was me.
I see.
I can't... On demand... If I've got a lot of information to provide you with, I'm just saying, I say the first word of 5 sentences and then I have to start again. Losing my mind. Too much going on.
No thoughts, only babble.
Too many thoughts. Words empty. Let's look at the old calendarino. So, what you might have gotten from that is that Saturday stream, we're going to play Genshin co-op. Me, Alex, and Beth.
Oh, that's going to be great.
It's going to be so much fun. I've never even seen Alex play a video game before, so even though I know he does it, this is going to be a big experience for us. Nick says... Whilst I remember Jenny and or Amy, can you thank Jazz for me for her lovely cheese message on my poster? It arrived recently and I'm waiting for lockdown to end to go buy a frame. Amazing. I certainly will. Join us 7 PM GMT, no, BST, we're not into GMT yet, on Saturday the 4th of September.
I can't wait for dark evenings.
For Genshin Impact multiplayer, me, Alex, Beth. This week, on Friday, it's Swapom.
Swapom.
Swapom. SWPOM. It's Shrieking Wizard Prompt of the Month. The video for that. Because today is a new day. Today's a new month. I'm not sure what the prompt is.
I'm feeling good.
Shall I ask?
Sorry.
Or, hey gang, I'm live ATM. What prompt? For month? Question mark?
Right?
Oh yeah, probably. Do you remember? Oh, that's not.
Ow! Ow! Claws in my arm! That hurts so bad.
Is...
Say hello. Say hello.
No. Oh, there we go. Is it Earth, Wind and Fire that sings September? It must be, right? That's why they did it, surely? This is September. Okay. It's Swapom this Friday. Going back to the calendar. If you're on Patreon, you're going to be getting an update, which I forgot about until this very moment. Adding that to my reminders. Update. Don't worry, there's plenty to tell you. Then that's not a notification for you, that's a notification for me. We might be playing, are we playing D&D on Sunday? Not that they need to know this, I don't think we are. Ooh, so angry.
I think Jazz is working. Jazz is doing the late that night, so...
Ooh, gross.
We probably have to reschedule.
Yep, sounds like about right. And then next week, maybe there'll be some Among Us. And more live streams.
Do you remember? I don't, because I disassociate.
Do
really
you remember? No!
All the time. It's a fucking hellscape in here, guys.
I'm gonna take a picture of the fucking setup that we have with this wall of books and put it
my
on
art
Instagram.
books.
Yeah, sitting on all of my D&D books. Did Jenny say poop date?
Who knows?
Who knows? I certainly don't remember.
I feel like if my forehead had like a little door on it and you opened it, it would be like 60 different versions of me, all experiencing an emotion all at the same time.
You know, you get like a wide shot, right, of a street and all the lights are out except in one house, and you just hear right, that's you.
Yeah. It's just in my head all the time.
Okay.
Bunny on. Na, 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 na.
Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Please
Shook my head too much.
Like our videos. If you haven't watched TV yet, please do. I'm sorry it took so long to get to you, but it was a big one. It was a big boy. Please follow us on WEBTOONs. If you're interested in comics, then we make those. You should go put your eyeballs over there. Please like the pages. That's super helpful. Thank you very much. Well, what else? Tumblr. We're back to posting there again after my short hiatus. Instagram. It's a place that we are all the time. Whoa! Madam, what is that for?
She laid down.
She did the scream and then she laid down. I would understand if it was like one of your
But
old
Ollie's
lady
in the
noises.
kitchen with the door shut. They're
Oh, I
secrets, and she's not happy about it.
She was asleep like all morning, right? Ollie goes out, he comes back, right? She's completely asleep. We go into the kitchen to, like, you know, I get a bottle of water out of the fridge, right?
A bowl of water.
Bottle of water. And Boo fucking just appears and she's like, what is going on in here? What is it?
I fucking rediscovered bowl of water.
Bottle of water.
Killed me.
What other words do we have like that? Bottle of water.
Bowl of water. Cup of tea.
Stanley Parable. Dragon Age.
What are you reading?
The cover of this book.
I have 2 Dragon Age
From
books.
the writers and artists of Dragon Age games.
Yeah. That light's well bright. Oh my god, the other day when we were at bowling, and we got into like this conversation about like, you were like, please don't turn into one of those people who thinks that dinosaurs are are a myth, and I was like, something like that. I think it was either you or Charlie, and I like my roadman comes out, and I'm like, yeah, but like, I know that dinosaurs are real because of the evidence.
My roadman.
But like,
and then one turned into a roadman.
and then I was like, but like, you've only got to look at the evidence and think, wow, that looked well mythical in it. I'm sorry.
My favourite thing about the bowling was the Jazz's underarm squat throw.
Yeah.
And also just the way she turned around with 2 party hats on her forehead to look at me as if she was like, ah, yes, I've done it. It's quite a miracle.
But the way that like every time we all look back at Jazz, the party hats are in a different position.
Ow.
Why did you do that?
Just cramped my knee on the table.
Jenny Bud, why?
I didn't do it on purpose.
I think you did.
Oh, why would I do that?
You're doing it for attention.
Abuse. Who won on bowling? What did I miss?
Team vibes.
Teen vibes. Ugh.
I don't know.
Team vibes. Which was Amy, Beth, Matt, Charlie.
I scored
Alex.
0 points, by the way, because I kept getting the bowling ball stuck in the gutter.
There was a point
where there were 6 bowling balls in the gutter.
Every bowling ball I picked up, I was like, this is so heavy. I literally cannot throw this. I'll hurt myself. And Alex was like, oh, yes, because Amy threw all our balls in the gutter.
And I broke the lane, and you broke your lane.
The lanes were just bad. Like we weren't doing anything other than bowling
Although
a regular game.
I did launch
and it wasn't, refreshing the pins,
No.
you were just like fucking battering the thing with the balls. You were just like, fucking eat shit. So no wonder it was breaking all the time.
Well, because like the thing came down to rearrange the pins, and I didn't see it, and I just fucking I scuttle up towards the lane, and I just go, "Hah!" And everyone's like, Amy, wait! And I'm like, why? And I turn around, it's just this boom, and I'm like, oh shit.
And to the left of us, a couple of lanes down, there were some dudes who, they weren't wearing bowling outfits or whatever. They weren't taking it super seriously, but they were taking it very seriously.
Yeah.
Every time one of them stepped up to bowl, it was the difference between me running 100 meters and against Usain Bolt, right? The way that they fucking threw those balls down a thing,
Yeah.
The noise of the ball hitting the wood was scary.
Were they the ones
Left of us by 2 rows. So if you're looking at the lane,
they were
they're
on
not
our side.
next to us. They were one over.
Right, yeah, because you had the dudes next to you.
Yeah.
And they were going for
When
it.
they came in, I thought, oh look, it's the not so hipster version of us.
Yeah.
And then because there's a little bit of overalls and there's queer presenting,
Yeah.
right? And then they got into the bowling and they took it very seriously, and I was like, oh no, they're here to bowl.
Yeah.
I'm drinking a slushie at a child's birthday party
Yeah.
for a 24-year-old
And I'm
man.
laughing at the fact that my name Ainsleydale was shortened to Ainslid on the thing.
Slid, yeah. And then Charlie changed their name to Vibes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck.
It was a good time.
Yeah.
It was a good time.
I had a real good time. I want to do it again soon.
It was so sweaty in there.
Oh, yeah.
Holy cow. That's kind of what you get for bowling underneath a car park, I suppose.
Yeah. And also the fact that, we weren't actually bowling the balls. We were throwing them onto the lane until they rolled in a direction.
I was bowling fairly consistently, and I was hitting mostly 7s. Phil would go three in a row, not hitting anything, and then he'd strike, right? There's no in between.
I just remember we're all sitting there and we're all minding our own business, and then all of a sudden I just hear this, "Ah!" and Phil's running
yeah.
towards the lane and just launches this ball down the lane, and it goes so fast.
More than once he did. He hit a lot of pins, right? He had a really successful bowl for us anyway, and also he would be on the floor.
Yeah.
He had thrown himself down the lane. Yeah.
I fucking love being in public with Phil because he's so dramatic in his whole bodily movements. I mean, I realise it's 9. We'll wrap up the stream in a minute.
You're just, sorry to interrupt real quick, you are correct. The prompt for this month is Earth, Wind and Fire because it is September.
But so I brought Alex this giant bread plush for his birthday, a plush that's bigger than Boo, and we were walking.
It's honestly like a small surfboard. It's like a bodyboard, the size of it.
Yeah, and it's a bread plush, and
it's a loaf of bread.
And we were carrying it out of the bowling alley because we were about to go get food. And I walk up to Phil and I just lightly bash him with it, and he throws himself onto the floor as if he's been hit by a car. And it was just incredible. That's why I like being out in public with Phil, because he's fucking hilarious.
Because he's a stuntman and he has a stupid sense of humour, yeah. A good time. It's great that, so you know how occasionally you might mention something to my aunt, for example, when I was a child, I was like, oh, elephants are cool. So she buys me something related to an elephant every year. We have done that to Alex, but we have assigned it to him. Yeah. You are you are bread. Here is a lot of bread. Here is a loaf of bread.
I do ask him if he minds, but he doesn't seem to mind, so...
Yeah, well, no, of course, it's all fun, but it is funny to me that he super didn't have a choice.
No. I just remember going in and I was like, Alex, I'm going to have to call you Bread now.
Bread for the Breadman?
Yeah, I was like, Alex, your name is Breadman. He was like, why? I was like, because I cannot pronounce your last name.
Oh my gosh, Kimberly. Thank you very much for the 25 Freedom Eagles.
Thank you.
That's very kind of you, especially considering we are actually about to wrap up.
Yeah, we've just been rambling.
Are there photos of the bread plush?
Somewhere. I think Alex put a picture up with it with his Snorlax. on our chat.
We'll
Ask him if we can post it.
Yeah, I'll see about getting some photos. So, if I remember, on the Instagram, you're going to have photos of me as Jon Snow, photos of the bread plush. Is there anything else you need photos of whilst I'm here?
Oh, should we pick a choose your fighter image?
Oh, we should. Yeah.
I'll find one on you.
I've just been reminded of my other favourite TikTok noise, Full Metal Alchemist.
Full Metal Alchemist.
Yeah. Full Metal Alchemist. Full Metal Alchemist. And that's got choose your fighter vibes for me. Okay. We should definitely play Guess That Wizard on the YouTube channel.
Yeah, we need to.
We should actually sort that out, yeah. Thanks for coming to this live stream.
Yes, I had a good time.
It has been a good one.
Yeah. I will get on streaming Red Dead at some point.
Yeah.
I can drag you along with it, Jenny, if you wish. Let me know.
I mean, I live here, so...
We can start from the beginning and you can watch my obsession unfold. Literally, I'll be like, and this bit's happening now.
And 3, 2,
You know
1.
how like you're like with Skyrim and you're
Yeah.
like, in this specific corner is a thing? That's
Yeah.
what I'm like with Red Dead.
I see.
Anyway.
Okay. Yeah, we'll see you guys. We're back live on Saturday for Genshin Impact multiplayer. Me, Beth, Alex, and maybe Ink, because Ink just told me they played on a European server. Ooh, spicy. Which will be fun. Yes, we'll sort that out, but we'll see you on Saturday. Good night, everybody.
Love you all very much, Lee.
Goodbye. Goodbye.